Welcome, Sacred Souls. Welcome to Sacred Intuition 111. If you want, please hit like and subscribe to attract your tribe. Okay, wow. I'm rhyming here. I don't know. I actually just started to record this before and I was stumbling over my words like crazy. Anywho's, message that wants to come out today is the Six of Rods, the Six of Wands, and we have the Five of Swords, we have the World, and the Three of Wands. I'm gonna explain. So, first of all, the Six of Wands obviously talks about like victory, right? And it is also asking you to hold your head high, to, how do you say this? Because whatever you have gone through, you deserve what is coming for you now. Now I have to think of the word of the saying. I wish you the day that you deserve. And how some people get very triggered because obviously they have a guilty conscience. But yeah, this is not the case for you. If it is, then this might not be your video. Anyway, your spirit guides actually want you to be proud of how much you've already accomplished and how far you have come. Okay? But the Six of Wands also talks about that, or it can indicate that others are recognizing the effort that you have put in. Now, this can be work related, but this can also be related to love. That you're finally getting the recognition, either in love, work. Did I say twice love? Anyway, yeah, work, love, friendships, etc. Right? So at your workplace, you might get offered a promotion. Yeah, that is possible with the victory card, the Six of Wands. Absolutely. And it also talks about recognition in general. But whatever has gotten you this far, this is not a time to slack off. Like, for instance, if you are getting a promotion, then this is not the time for you to decrease your effort, right? Only because you've really succeeded in your goal. Or maybe you had a certain KPI, like a project that needed to be finished and it got the recognition because it went through the roof. Awesome. Doesn't mean that next time, the next project, that you can put in less effort in. No, because now you set the new expectations. But when it comes to love, I'm also getting that whatever made you reach this Six of Wands energy that is leading to this success, this victory that you have been yearning for, that you've been working for, I feel like also in love, it would be that someone is recognizing how much effort you put into a connection. Someone is finally seeing you clearly. Someone sees you shine and someone sees you in your power. So the worst thing that you can do is, for instance, if you are having a reconciliation, if you're falling back into old patterns, or if you're all of a sudden stepping back in your power. Because your power, your light, is what attracted this in the first place. You knowing your place, you knowing your strength, and also acting on it, this is what is bringing in the second chance, like in love, like a reconciliation or a promotion at work, a successful project, a signing of a new deal, an apology after a conflict with a friend or a colleague, yeah, or a family member. But that doesn't mean that you can then go back, because then the conflict arises again, or the Five of Swords, right? So we don't want this. But what your spirit guides want you to know is there is no limit as to how far you can go. You just have to believe in yourself. So I also get a very strong vibe, especially when it comes to love. You're going to be vindicated because you stepped into the Six of Wands energy, okay? Because you have overcome this conflict. So with the Five of Swords, right, or the Five of Blades, how it says here in the Antique Anatomy Tarot, I love that deck. This speaks of like kind of like dishonor, right? That someone stabbed you in the back, someone was playing foul, right? This could be a colleague that tried to undermine you, yeah, to maybe get the promotion, or had like some underhanded kind of dealings or behavior. Well, so basically, I mean, the Five of Swords talks about conflict, like an argument, but it literally also says that maybe like really, how do you say this? Toxic methods were being used, yeah, like cruel methods. But it also reminds you to, and this is so interesting because now if we're thinking about love, I feel like someone is finally seeing the truth after done some healing, because the Four of Swords and then the Ace of Swords is like through the middle. Someone is actually finally seeing also your point of view. And how do you say this? I'm really getting that if someone is coming forward who tried to backstab you, whether in work or love or friendship or family, then you're being asked to really stay in an elevated space, like not to drop down on their level only because someone really might have given you a backhanded compliment, someone might have pushed all the blame onto you. Whatever happened here, you're being urged to, okay, step back and maybe try to view it also from the other's perspective. But I'm also getting that someone else has finally seen it from your point of view, where this conflict maybe arose. And this was only able because this person might have gone through some healing, okay? Or maybe someone dished them their own plate of karma and they spooned it all up. Yeah, and all of a sudden they realized it was laced with poison, the same kind of poison that they were dealing other people, right? And this is also maybe this vindication that you're getting, that someone actually reaped their own karma, not because we want bad for people, but karma is always being viewed as, oh my God, that's terrible. I feel karma is part of life, because karma is setting the record straight. Karma is about balancing the scales. Karma is kind of like the black sheep when it comes to justice. We always say, oh, justice and judgment, it's like so great. Yeah, but what is judgment? What is justice? Isn't that also karma? It is. Those words are just only more, well, I mean, judgment does have more a negative ring to it, while justice has more a positive ring to it, right? You gotta agree with me. Well, you don't have to, obviously, but I mean, it is a thing that justice is always being like more positive, while judgment is always called, be like, oh my God, judgment is being called upon me. Yeah. Yeah, like kind of like a verdict, right? While justice is like kind of like, the relief. Yeah, like, there's justice. Yeah. Oh, wow. Those are freaking 4 cards, and we've only gotten like up to 2. I have so many downloads coming through. It's like ridiculous, okay? Anywho. But your spirit guides want you to not be resentful towards people that might have wronged you, because I feel like they came from a place of lack and they came from an unhealed space. And now that you elevated to this victory and you're having this vindication, that's why they said that to me. To not change your approach. Do not go backwards. Do not sink down to that level. Whatever, whether this is love, work, whatever. Only because you're getting the vindication doesn't mean that you can now kick someone who is already lying on the floor. And believe me, this person or these people, it could be also multiple people, but it's for me generally a bit easier if I talk about like one person, because if we talk about multiple people, then it just opens up a can of worms. Anyway, that's also a very weird metaphor. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, obviously someone hasn't done the honorable thing here, but I feel like there is justice being called, and I do think that the scales are being balanced out. Why? Because with the world, it means that something is ending, right? And did you know that the world card actually, look, the high priestess, interesting. The world card is actually connected to Saturn. And what is Saturn? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, it's the planet of karma. Yeah. And that also means that this victory, this vindication that you're getting is because a karmic cycle is being complete. And now your ships are coming in with the 3 of Wands, but we're not there yet. So, how do you say this? Like kind of the world card, because like a chapter is closing, like a cycle is being ended out. I mean, the world card also talks about travel. You might be traveling, or this might involve travel, who knows? But it also tells you to maybe step back and kind of admire your work, right? Like, this world energy is only coming in because you have done everything what was before here that you're getting redemption, vindication, victory for. The 5 of Swords is basically only clarifying what you are getting victory for, or redemption, vindication. But it's also a caution to not fall down, right? Plus 6 to 5, that would be a step back. Correct? Correct. Anyway, what I find interesting, the world card is number 21, and which adds up to 3. So this is leading, this ending out is leading to the 3 of Wands. I love it. So, 3 of Wands was actually underneath the deck, and I split it to the world card. So that was being revealed. Or was it the other way around? I think it was the other way around. I think the world card was underneath the deck. Doesn't matter, to be fair. Anywho's. Any woos? Okay, wow. Okay, so anything that needed to be completed is completed now. And you can embrace now this feeling of satisfaction and knowing that you indeed did your very best, because your best has closed it out and led to the victory, okay? I know I'm repeating myself, but this is important. Because it also talks about, like, if there were a debt, if there was a deadline before, obviously you met it, it's done. You can put this to the done pile, okay? You can tick it off your to-do list, whatever you prefer. Yeah. The World card also talks about like how there are no unresolved relationships. So for some of you, you might also have someone coming forward that is giving you the redemption or the vindication that someone is apologizing for a conflict that arose between the two of you. And you're finally closing out that chapter, or maybe the whole book. The story is complete. There is no unresolved relationships here, no unresolved connections. This is what the victory is coming in for. Whatever it means, the World card indicates there is forward movement, because after the World card, it starts all over again. A new journey starts with the Fool. By the way, the World card also stands for success, which I find very interesting because we have a double success card here. Anywho, now going towards the Three of Wands, because that is what is actually coming in. It was so interesting because I once read that the Three of Wands also talk about, I mean, yes, you say that your ships are coming in, Five of Cups. Wow, maybe on a oh, it's the Ten of Cups. Holy crapabolia. Holy Lord. Oh, wow. Yeah, kind of like about like feedback that is also arriving. So maybe like if we're talking work-wise, you're getting like a positive feedback, which is, yeah, leading to the complete emotional fulfillment. Like, what the fluff? That is actually insane. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, so it could actually mean that some people might actually now want to offer you, like, work with you in a team, or you're being offered a new job, like a new role, promotion, etc. If it's love related, then it is that someone is actually coming forward because they probably want the Ten of Cups with you. They want to resolve any kind of conflict there was. And that's the vindication and the closing out. That is then, because that needs to close out in order for this to arrive, to make its way to you. Okay? Yeah. Whew. Okay. Very important with the Three of Wands. And that is again a word of caution. It cautions you to actually have a look and to take into account how far you've come and what you've done to achieve to get where you are, right? And to also think about what is it that you want to bring along for the next journey, because the next journey begins now. And what you might also need or will leave behind. Three of Wands also talks about travel, like maybe you're traveling to like a far and distant land, who knows, or just a new place. Oh, that's so interesting. The Three of Wands. I think it also talks about foresight, because, I mean, in the classic tarot, you see a person who's staring out into the distance. So basically, the person is the first person to see what is coming in. So that's foresight, right? Yeah, anyway. But the Three of Wands also talks about like partnerships and yeah, looking forward, like looking ahead, like that's what I meant with like the person and like the Three of Wands, like the classic right away tarot. Now I'm seeing that in front of my eye. And that I found interesting because I never knew this before, but I just recently read this, that the Three of Wands also talks about transformation. Yeah. And I honestly just received a call, and and yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it right here. I actually don't want to explore it any further. Um, Kudos to you because you closed out a major cycle and you're getting the vindication that you always hope for. And you moving forward, but clearly deciding, by the way, clearly deciding what is coming with you into your future and what it is that you need to leave behind in order for this Three of Wands leading to the 10 of Cups. Okay? Sending you all the very best. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.